Do you have a plan for long-term business disruptions? With the current disruption from the COVID-19 pandemic, many business owners fear that the financial impact of the pandemic will continue well into the future. Even with all of this uncertainty, it's important to plan for long-term business disruptions. Today, we will be discussing different strategies to do so. I'm Raid, here with Jotform. Let's get started. First, be sure to access and quantify. Take a look at your prior financial statements and compare current year-to-date revenues with those of last year. Determine the differences and adjust your projected revenue accordingly. There are plenty of financial software packages that allow you to input numbers to see how projections will impact you in the next quarter and beyond. Make sure that you quantify the impact of your company's bottom line. This will help you to understand what you may be facing in the upcoming quarters. It's always best to prepare for the worst case scenario. No matter how discouraging it may look, doing this will help you refine your long-term business disruption strategies and minimize the impact of the disruption. Next, reduce and eliminate. Take the time to cut as many expenses as you can. You will find many costs that were nice to haves but are no longer necessary. Now is the time to think lean about things related to your business. Doing this can help you maintain your reserves. Figuring out which items are unnecessary is different for each company and depends on factors like the impact on employee well-being and overall savings. Cutting small perks like gym memberships or subscription snack boxes may be necessary, but as long as you can make payroll, your staff will understand. Next, review and research. Take a look at all of the financial assistance programs offered by federal, state, and local government agencies. Under the Coronavirus Relief Bill, or CARES Act, there are multiple ways to get the funds you need to sustain your business over the long term. Things like grants, bridge loans, low-interest disaster relief, and recovery loans, and payroll assistant loans, which can be forgiven. You can also get resources directly from the federal government, including the Treasury Department and the Small Business Administration. They have streamlined applications which are ready to fill out online. You can also research your state and city government websites for other financial assistance. Corporations also offer assistance and financial breaks. You can have access to tools and technology to move your business and employees to a remote environment. There are also grants and low-cost business loans available with financial institutions. You can look into industry associations, unions, and professional organizations like your local Chamber of Commerce. Next, communicate and negotiate. As you're assessing your business costs, you probably came across many monthly expenses that were crucial. This can include things like your mortgage or office rent, existing business loans, vehicle loans, equipment financing, insurance, utility bills, and vendor payments. You may be facing some or all of these essential expenses, depending on your business focus and model. Now's the time to update your projections to see which essentials you can continue paying and for how long. This will depend on your revenue projections, expense reductions, and the amount of pending financial assistance. You may need to look at what various payment and deferment strategies can do to your long-term financial position. Then you have to decide whether you need to reach out to creditors for a temporary reprieve. Though you may not need to request relief, it's still a good idea to communicate with all of your creditors to figure out what they are doing for customers. Since they are probably flooded with calls, look at your payment dashboard or use their online chat support for assistance. Then you can figure out what payments can be placed on hold, deferred, or even forgiven completely. Next, pause and pivot. A good long-term business disruption plan mainly focuses on the internal, but you still need to look at your external environment for opportunities that you can sustain through the crisis. Companies like MyPillow and Hanes are shifting production to take on new products that are in high demand, including face masks and other personal protective equipment. A smart pivot can help you to sustain your business throughout the pandemic or any other crisis-driven disruption in the future. And lastly, connect and support. Look for ways that you can support your current customer base, even if it's just to reach out and connect. It's important that you keep your customers' relationships going throughout the business disruption. They will likely return when the economy improves. Okay, let's review. We discussed 6 different strategies for planning for long-term business disruption. Assess and quantify, reduce and eliminate, review and research, communicate and negotiate, pause and pivot, and connect and support. With these strategies, you're able to reassess where your business is now and how you can keep it up and running for the foreseeable future. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm Raid here with Jotform. I'll see you next time.